The Carolina Panthers lose one of their star cornerstone leaders of their defense for the season. As the season turns to week 5, the Carolina Panthers also get some reinforcements off of the physically unable to prepare list. Panthers also shuffle their back end of the roster, adding a couple old names to the practice squad. We got all that and more in this edition of Panthers News Today. We're starting right now. What up, though? Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk, recap and analysis of what goes down on this channel. So hit that subscribe button down below if you're new here. I do news and updates just like this. I got film breakdowns on a weekly basis, live streams reacting to the game, and just staying on top of everything you need to know for the Carolina Panthers. But also, if you really want to help me out, please take 2 seconds, give this video a thumbs up. It really goes so far in the algorithm to support my channel. If you want to support the channel even more and get some bonus content, I also do bonus film breakdowns at my Patreon at patreon.com/UB Sports Talk. So go ahead and join that Patreon or check the link down below in the description to get that bonus content. So starting out, the Panthers starting linebacker and mainstay veteran Shaq Thompson went down with a non-contact injury during the Panthers game yesterday. Reports have come out that he suffered a torn Achilles and his 2024 season is now over. This is the second year in a row that Shaq Thompson has suffered a season-ending injury early in the season, and he broke his leg last year in week 2 against the Saints in the friendly fire incident. There's no really exact timeline has been named for the surgery, but Coach Canales says that he's been looking to get that done ASAP. The commentator during the game yesterday talked about Shaq's rehab process last year and how Shaq even contemplated retiring after just didn't want to face that road back from recovery. And as someone who's gone through the intense rehab myself, the mental aspect of it can't be ignored over the physical pain that you go through, because the pain from the injury is only temporary and it kind of goes away after the procedure is done and healed. But that rehab process, man, it can be long and grueling. It can be a whole nother animal, man. So Shaq went on Instagram today and posted that he will be returning next year and not retiring after all. It's unclear how his future will be with the Panthers though, because he's in that final year of his contract, but he said it before that he wants to be a Panther for life. It's kind of hard not to point a finger at the turf of Bank of America for an injury like this. It's been a hot topic over the years across the NFL and just in general, and fans, and Shaq was one of the more vocal guys that declared that they wanted grass back because of the hazards that come along with that. David Tepper seems to kind of prefer the turf because of the concerts and not having to maintain the landscape, as the Charlotte FC share the field with the Panthers as well, despite them being able to bring in grass during the offseason for soccer games with other professional soccer teams visit. Regardless, Shaq is the unquestioned leader of the defense, and Coach Canales even talked about how imperative he is in helping him get the locker room to buy in when Canales first came. And this is kind of sad for me personally because he's one of my favorite Panthers, man. 10 years, 2 owners, 4 GMs, 4 head coaches. I mean, he's seen the Panthers going from at their best being 15-1 going to the Super Bowl, and then last year at their worst going 2-15. So just wide range of outcomes, and I just hope it isn't the end for him as a Panther, because I respect everything he's done for this team. But other linebacker injuries, as Josie Jewell also suffered a groin and hamstring injury during that game, and Coach Canales stated that Josie is probably going to be out at least 1 game and more than likely several. The Panthers will turn to rookie 3rd-round draft pick Trevin Wallace and Claude Sherrills to step into their spots to start at linebacker. This is less than ideal for a defense that came into the season already lacking talent and depth all around anyway, and it's especially bad because they were struggling to start the year when healthy regardless. That group, they kind of got their work cut out for them. So missing your best player in Derrick Brown, missing your leader in Shaq Thompson, it's dark times for this defense. Since it's week 5 of the NFL season, we have guys that are eligible to return from injured reserve, the IR list, or the physically unable to participate list, or the PUP list. And these are guys that might have gotten hurt either in the offseason that had nothing to do with the football related or the team activities, or they got hurt during training camp and got put on injured reserve, and now they're eligible to return back after 4 weeks. So for the Carolina Panthers, players like Dane Jackson, Ian Thomas, and Jaden Crumedy will be returning to practice this week. The Panthers could definitely use any type of reinforcements available, especially on that defensive side of the football. Although Michael Jackson has been a solid starter opposite of JC Horn when they made that trade, but they could always use the depth and the competition. Ian Thomas is probably the best blocking tight end we have, for better or for worse, and he will help the running game and pass pro even more, because it seems like the tight ends are counted on more to do that, and then in the receiving game to catch passes, because we didn't see but 2 targets and 16 yards between the tight ends yesterday. Running back Jonathan Brooks and DJ Wonnum are in the final stages of returning, but they're not ready yet according to Dave Canales. Wonnum is somebody that the Panthers desperately need, as their pass rush is lacking, probably the least amount of depth on the team. They only pressured Joe Burrow yesterday 5 times on 32 dropbacks, so that's bad. So anything DJ could bring would be a huge help. In terms of Jonathan Brooks, he's still being brought along slow, but reports have come out that he's running and cutting pretty well on his own, and that sounds like he is close to returning. Even though Chuba Hubbard is off to a great start, we as fans are a little bit anxious to see our rookie and that shiny new toy get his shot out there, you know what I'm saying, in the rotation. So I'm really excited about the potential of Jonathan Brooks returning, but it seems like the team is satisfied with bringing them along slow. Now, just because they're eligible to return doesn't mean these guys will return. You get a 21-day window from when they're on that list to bring them back. So they're going to get them into game shape, try to get them into practice reps to see how they go. But we'll see by the end of this week or so who gets activated off these lists and who's going to be ready and up for the game this coming Sunday. You guys let me know down below in the comments, out of those 5 guys I named, who are you more excited about seeing return from this list? Hey, if you're still watching this right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and the bell icon. That way you get more videos brought by Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk, NFL content, Panthers content, all kind of good football stuff. So you don't want to miss anything, hit the subscribe button down below. Let's get back to it. So the Carolina Panthers have made some roster moves to the bottom of the roster, in particular the practice squad. Carolina Panthers have signed tight end Steven Sullivan and wide receiver Devin Tompkins to their practice squad. To make room for them, they have released wide receiver Sam Pinckney. Steven Sullivan was released from injured reserve back in August due to a quadriceps injury that he suffered in Panthers training camp around August 8th, I think it was. Sullivan has been around the team on and off for the last 4 years or so, and this was the second year in a row that he got hurt during training camp and suffered an injury that put him out early in the year. So Sullivan, he's going to miss the start of the year last year and this year, and now he appears to be healthy. The team has brought him back. This tight end group was kind of decimated by injuries during training camp. They brought in all kind of people, and they still are waiting on the return of Ian Thomas, who we talked about before, could be coming back from IR. Signing of Sullivan may not be a great sign for fan favorite Jordan Matthews, but we shall see, because their skill set is kind of redundant. Now Tompkins, he spent time with Canales in Tampa, was brought into training camp, but suffered a hamstring injury of his own. And I was very impressed with him personally, just seeing him. He came in here and made an immediate impact the first day he was there. He scored a touchdown that was pretty nasty, I can't even lie. And with the injury of Adam Thielen, Tompkins brings a skill set made specifically for the slot, and he has that speed and quickness that this wide receiver room is kind of missing. It doesn't really have, and we'll see how involved he is and if he actually makes an impact on the team, because he can also return punts as well because of that quickness that he provides, and he's just like a jitterbug, lightning bug type of guy, and he has, like I said, a very unique skill set that we don't quite have on the team. But I appreciate you guys watching, man. This is Aaron Duncan. This has been another Panthers News Today video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you want to see more, obviously the patreon.com/UB Sports Talk. Check that out. Join up. You can get that bonus film breakdowns every week. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.